I told y'all that the Minister of Tourism is here. Wait, y'all saw the announcement? We are getting a couple of the 2020. She is our new favorite person. Is also here, by the way, the CEO of BTMI. We love it. Speaking of crossover, can't have crossover folks soca music. And so, the next category, ladies and gentlemen, Soca Song of the Year. And to present that award is the Marketing Officer of the NCF. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ashley Dial.
Soca Song of the Year.
And the award goes to Bad, Mole, and Bruce Lee.
But I want to thanks for the support from my fans. Thanks to the coordinators that was going on. You know, the People Choice Awards, you know, it's a great initiative that's going on. Big ups to everybody that come out to support the thing here right now.
So to everybody, you and you and you and you, I just want to say at bottom of my heart, thanks.
Ashley tell me she wants to be walk out if the play about the other thing here.
Thank you, everybody.
Sing it.
Your boyfriend's a poet.
Congratulations once again to Mole and Bruce Lee on the way. I'd like to add, there's an added value with winning that title as well. They're going to get breakfast for two from After Beach Hotel and Spa. So congratulations. You know, as they say, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. You know, we all know that saying. And when it comes to, this is one of the things I love about Gine On, right? When it comes to new and emerging artists, you really need to support them as young as possible. If you see a child, it doesn't matter what age, if you see a child who is excited and enthusiastic and creative, you really need to support that. Whether we do it as a parent, or in the school system, or we do it with Gine On, or we do it in the community, you really need to support them. And one of the ways that the Gine On Awards is supporting young emerging artists is this way. So, this represents artists who are on the rise throughout all genres of creativity in Barbadian culture. Now, this category is not just limited to singers, as is usually the case, but we encourage the public to nominate those across all art genres in the years to come. To present this award, as they say, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, but tonight I say the sugar apple. The sugar apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, and this emerging graphic artist is near and dear to my heart. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome tonight's youngest presenter, 12-year-old Sienna Hall.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
What's going on? So I'm going to speak for a bit. I am going to shout out my best friend's name. You didn't want me to tell your name, but I want my treat. So, shout out to my school, SMS. And the nominees for the best emerging artist are
Up next, Best Emerging Artist. Amber Oyega. Asante Blossom. Tashina Martin. Father Phyllis. Ace King. Jalea Boyce. Jen. Clavis. Kamaya Diamond. Makina Lowe. Rack on drums. Saidal. Let's find out who will be Best Emerging Artist of the Year.
the best emerging artist of the year is. Let's see what we got here now. Father Phyllis.
Good afternoon, thank you very much. I was very nervous about coming out here because I know my shirt's a little wrinkly. I will not press this shirt twice about 30 minutes. You know, I put my best effort. Sorry. What Gine On? Thank you very much. I appreciate the support. It's crazy. It's amazing. You never know what to expect, but I would definitely say commit to anything you enjoy doing. You really work with photography. You should get paid double for that. This man will get a raise. Thank you.
All right, congratulations to you. I should let everybody know, because of course we have to follow protocol, so you make sure when you are seated or you're going to leave the auditorium area, that you keep your mask on. But for the winners tonight, when you come up, you can take your mask off so that we can have really pretty pictures of your entire face. Okay? And then put your mic back on when you return to your seat. And we would like us to get as close as possible, you don't need to touch it, get as close as possible to the microphone and project. Everybody got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're creative, we got it. When it comes to the fashion industry, we like dressing up. So I know everybody, we're real fussy about coming out tonight I don't know how many shoes you've lost over the past 2 years in terms of all of the shoes that are out in your closet. But we are happy to be out and come home something cute and shiny and come out and just enjoy ourselves. So when it comes to fashion, we really need to, wherever possible, support the models, the designers. We really need to support the designers. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I'm wearing Pauline Bellamy. Thank you, Pauline. And now the next category is Model of the Year. You know, whether they grace the runways, magazines, or social media feeds, these are the definition of confidence and grace, and really what to look at for when we really want to go to a show or at the beach. Here are the nominees for Model of the Year.
Next up, Model of the Year. Ashley Lashley. Alicia Nightingale. Karen Miller. Kiana Yuri. Malaysia Marrero. Shanice Griffin. Zoe Trotman. Who will be this year's Model of the Year?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you voted, and the Model of the Year who will be going home with the Gine On People's Choice Award is Shanice.
First, I'd like to say thank you to God. Obviously, you couldn't have done it without him. I would also like to extend my gratitude for the Gine On Awards, because obviously they gave us the opportunity to express ourselves, showcase our work, and I truly appreciate it. So thank you very much, and hopefully I can be on many other platforms on an international level to represent our country, Barbados. Thank you very much.
Y'all give it up for Shanice one more time. Y'all really need to listen to the lyrics, you know, when it talks about Barbadian women. Y'all say, Shanice. I should let you know, Shanice, that you are also getting a 45-minute massage compliments of Ank Harmony. So, ladies and gentlemen, please acknowledge that. Have you ever had an elixir, a drink that just calls your name? You know what I'm talking about. When it really comes to a fantastic beverage, an elixir, really and truly, mixologists they're chemists. You know what Apparently there are some mixologists here. They really are. They are creative genius. They're chemists when it comes to basically waking up your palate. So, next up are the nominees for Mixologist of the Year. Take a look.
Mixologist of the Year. David Barker. Damon Williams. Janelle Mallow. Claude Thompson. Melissa Peters. Philip Casanova. Shane McLean. Who will be this year's Mixologist of the Year?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Gine On People's Choice Award for Mixologist of the Year goes to, y'all ready for it? Y'all give it up for Damien Williams!
Yes, I did. Philip, thank you for all the support. Cody, you're up, running, and coming hard. Where David Barker? Yeah, at work, right? He always works. But David is, without him, there will be no me today. But this is really unexpected. And I want to thank you all for supporting me, especially those in the industry. And this is just the beginning. I have so much more to do and accomplish. I get you in 2 weeks. Barbados to the world.
One more time, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Gine On. All right, and there's no more curfew, so we can go out and we can drink responsibly, right? Right. You know, I mentioned earlier, for the past 2 years, we really have to admit that there were some dark days. You know, some days were better than others. Some days we really needed to reach out to each other and find that motivation deep down. And it really made a difference when we could connect with each other in whichever way that we could, whether it was online, just a text message, just reach out. But every once in a while, it also makes a difference if you can get some true words of inspiration. And it is my absolute pleasure to introduce our next guest, who is an attorney, he is a producer, he is a singer, and he's also a motivational speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my friend, Raphael Song. You're gonna sing as well? All right, that's just what we need.
Okay, now? I want to invite you for the next few minutes on a journey with me to redefine what success means. When we're going through school growing up, we've done athletics, we've done projects, we've gone through so many loopholes, crossed over so many thresholds, and at every juncture, the measure of success is the positive achievement of a desired goal. True? True. If you won the thing, you succeeded. If you made it to the end, you succeeded. If you got the goal, you succeeded. And what it's created is an idea for us that anytime we fail to reach that line, that benchmark, that place that always feels mysterious almost, difficult to arrive at, anytime we don't get there, we haven't succeeded, and all of a sudden, we're grappling with failure. Has anybody over the last 2 years felt like you've been grappling with failure? You tried something, didn't work out. You had plans for a project, you weren't able to execute that project. You had all these things in the pipeline, connections, partners, events lined up. You had the contract signed already. March 2020 came and everything got shut off. You felt like throwing in the towel. You felt like giving up. The calls started coming in saying, I'm sorry, we know we committed to that engagement, but it's no longer on. We know we wanted to have you do this project with us, but it's no longer happening. Call after call, email after email, broken engagement after broken engagement. Eventually you start to feel like I'm just going to give up. Here's the real danger. It's one thing for us to walk through experiences of failure. Failure is an occurrence. Failure is an experience. Failure is an event. Failure is not an identity. Can I help somebody this evening? You may have gone through an experience of failure, but I want you to borrow by belief.
This is the Gine On Awards.
We don't have to take on our experiences.
Thank you, Nicole.
As identities. All of a sudden you start walking around defeated, you start walking around deflated, you start walking around discouraged, you start missing out on future opportunities because of past failures. All of a sudden, I haven't just failed, but I am a failure. I want to challenge you tonight. Shake off the holes of your experiences and remember who you really are. You've gone through tough times. You've gone through challenges. The last 2 years have been difficult for every single person in every single industry. Nobody has been untouched by the challenges we've all experienced. And I started by asking you to go with me on a journey to redefine what success looks like, because some of us have carried an attitude of failure over the last 2 years. Because we feel like we weren't able to achieve that thing. And all of a sudden, somebody who was normally so confident, someone who was normally so positive, it's like if your light has been snuffed out. I want to invite you to rekindle that flame. I want to invite you to remember that the tough times you're experiencing now and the times you walked through over the last 2 years, they have not come to stay, they've come to pass. In fact, I want to invite you to redefine success in your life in this way. Look, success might be the positive achievement of a desired goal, but sometimes when we're going through battles, sometimes when we're going through wars and struggles and challenges, success does not look like bringing home the gold. Success does not look like bringing home the trophy or the prize. Sometimes, get this, success looks like survival. Then people come home from war, they don't always ask you, well, where's the gold? Where are the prisoners? Where's the loot? Where's all the things you were able to get because of the battle that you fought? Look, I don't have a thing to bring back, but I made it, bro. I survived. And I want to speak to somebody tonight who is standing or sitting in this room on the 27th day of February 2022. And I want to remind you, you may have gone through experiences of failure, but you succeeded because you survived. You're here. And if you are here, you're 6 feet up and not 6 feet down. So you're 3 feet up and walking y'all coming down the stairs. 4 feet up, 5 feet up. Every day above ground is an opportunity for you to make progress. And if we are here, it means there's still work for us to do. If we are here, it means there's still opportunities for us to capitalize on. I don't prejudice my future based on the pain of what I've experienced in the past. Those are things I've been through. Those are the reality of who I am. I know that I'm built for this. And the last 2 years that I've went through would have taken me out if I didn't have the muscle that it caused me to build. Some of y'all like to go to the gym to post the pictures. Come in somebody Instagram stories right now. Some of y'all like to go to the gym, huh? To post the pictures, ladies. I see y'all lifting up the leg trying to create something behind that in there. It is not rolling, sister. But here's the thing about the gym. One of my trainers is here. Come on. Here's the thing about the gym. There's only one way to grow. You gotta lift. You gotta push. You gotta go through. You don't put on size in the gym with osmosis. Let me stand up next to this equipment. Let me see if I'm gonna get healthier by being in this place. We've got to commit ourselves to go through the pressure if we want to obtain the prize. The same thing is true in our lives. These lost friends, lost relationships, lost things we thought were going to be permanent, turns out they were only temporary. They were only around me because of all the outings. And when the outings finished, I couldn't find anybody to give me a call or send me a WhatsApp message. We ain't expecting no more, so we ain't friends like we used to. All of a sudden, my permanent friendship is my dog. We can be together for life. We building life plans together. Shoot. Snow cold on a hot day. 3 months into the pandemic, you're struggling with loneliness. You're struggling with isolation. Your mental health is suffering. Can't feel connected. Can't feel supported. Can't feel encouraged because the circle you built around you was there for their enjoyment and not for your empowerment. Don't let the last 2 years that were a struggle equate to nothing because you failed to learn the lessons that you ought to have learned during. School was in session from March 2020. It's almost March 2022. We had this saying when I was in school, people came to school for lunch. Meant that you were there, but you really didn't learn anything while you were there. Far be it from anyone in this room to have been in school from March 2020. It's almost March 2022. And you failed to learn the lessons that you ought to have learned during this time. You fought through it. You struggled through it. You survived. But I've got news for you. We're going to finish on a good note. 2023 isn't ready for the you that has been built over the last 2 years. 2024 thinks that it's got you covered. Oh, I know you, yeah, you've got all talk. But when it comes down to action, you don't stand up to the test. You see, you knew me in 2019 when I was high-flying and I hadn't been battle-tested. But now I've been through it. So when 2024's opportunities present themselves, I'm like, open up the gates as your boy coming through. Because I'm not just excited about it, I'm not just eager about it, I've been built for it. I've built the depth. I'm a person of substance. I've been built for it. So when I'm leaning back, I'm not necessarily leaning back on the people I thought would always be there. I'm leaning back on the foundation I've built over the last 2 years. And I'm going to remind myself that if I made it through that, if I made it through the depression and the loneliness, the financial loss, if I made it through the struggle of the last 2 years, then I will make it through anything that 2024, 5, 6 sends my way. You've got the right stuff. Your friend of mine says you've got what it takes. And I don't ever want you to forget that. And I'll leave you with this. Just like you went from primary school to secondary to tertiary, and even beyond to postgraduate. You might graduate from one school, and all it does is grants you entry into another. Don't think that because you're seeing the glimmer at the end of the tunnel, oh, minister got crop over like that. Oh, feeling myself freeing out. You start to see yourself now out of it. And you forget the lessons you learned when you were going through it. Don't find yourself, no, the music coming on. Don't find yourself now. Don't find yourself now in university having skipped out on the education you gained in primary and secondary. Every one of you has success stories hidden on the inside waiting to be written. And I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Raphael's motivation just now. Did he say gym? Get back in gym? But you know how Bajan spell gym, right? C-R-O-P. O-B. Exactly. That's all we need to hear. All right. Now, I only need to say Jackie. And you guys know how to finish that sentence? Yeah, say up, Jackie. That's right. He gave us, it was a quiz. He gave us, that's right, Jackie Opal gave Barbados and the world spooge. And it continues to live on in each and every one of us. And of course, in fusion, when you listen to our music, you always hear a little bit of spooge creeping in. And we absolutely love that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to that performance, I want to remind you that online at gineon.com, you can vote for the Gine On Tourism Forward Award. Remember, that's going to be happening tonight. So by the end of tonight, and actually, for those who are at home watching online, I know that there might be a little bit of some audio glitches, but please hang in there. We want you to stay with us tonight. And we also want you to go online, and you can actually see the marker. As the votes are coming in, you can see the progress of who is out front and who will become the Gine On Tourism Forward awardee for 2022. So make sure that your vote is counted as well. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that website once again is gineon.com. So, many of us, of course, know the legendary spirit of Jackie Odell and his contribution to the cultural landscape of Barbados. He gifted us food. And coming up next is a performance by a rock band who are actually the 2018 recipients of the Rock Star of the Year for 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, Spooge meets rock with Fighting Traffic.
Okay, on. All right. Fellas ready? All right, here we go. No use you coming on your bended knee. You shot me wrong, and I can hear your plea. Hey, you know good, you no good at all, no good. Can you hear what I say? You know good. You tried your best, you tried and caused me time. No man who's messing around my life. Hey, you know good, no good. You know good at all, no good. Can you hear what I say? You know good. There comes a time when you must cry. You never miss the water until the well runs dry. You know you, the use. You shine me wrong when I hey, you know good, no good. You know good at all, no good. Can you hear what I say? You know good. No use you coming on your bended knee. You shot me wrong, and I can hear your plea. Hey, no good, no good. You ain't good at all, no good. Can you hear what I say? You know good. Hey, you know good, no good. You ain't good at all, no good. Can you hear what I say? You know good. You know good. Hey, you know good. You know good. You know
Rock Band of the Year in 2018, and make some more noise for them because they're also the winners of the 2022 Gine On Award Rock Band of the Year. Nice. You know, social media really became our lifeline, didn't it? Over the past 2 years, like so many people came online who weren't online before, and they are those people online, whatever their platform, whether it is Instagram, whether it's Twitter or Facebook. What else is there? TikTok, that's right. There are those people who really keep us entertained or informed or motivated. So this next category is for the Social Media Personality of the Year. Here are the nominees.
Now, let's find out who will be Social Media Personality of the Year. At Nathan Burrows, Jen B. Joe Manning. Jordan English. Kane Monroe. Lauren Zhang. Luke Lascaris. Mr. Shaw. Chantal Martin. Sherry Ann Holmes. The People's Bouncer. Social Media Personality of the Year.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Social Media Personality of the Year, the Gine On People's Choice Award goes to Lord Zen. Could not be with us this evening, so I will accept this award on his behalf. I'm going to dare him to find out where I live to see if he can get it back. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue this evening now with the Poet Laureate of Barbados. You know, poetry becomes such an important lifeline for so many of us. Those wonderful words that just can move us emotionally. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for the Poet Laureate of Barbados.
Good night, everyone. There's no point in my trying to shout what's going on. It's not going to come up, right? So, I just say good night to everybody. Congratulations to D.J Simmons and his team for a really very impressive show. Wonderful quality. I want to agree with Damien, I think it was, that the 2 years spent were not in vain if you knew what to do with them. And I think that the people who really did quite a lot with those 2 years were the poets or other writers, but we do tend to do reasonably well, I would say. In times of alienation, isolation, loneliness, we usually take the time, that's when the creative juices really flow. And that's when we really, sometimes, or quite often, produce our best work. So I want to say congratulations to all the poets, all of you who are here, all those who are writing, keep writing. We the poets are meant to be a mirror of the society. So you look and see what is happening in there. My sincere congratulations to you. So now I am, I think, supposed to say the Poet of the Year award goes to...
And now, Poet of the Year. Stone with Cupid. Cindy Celeste. Enrico Suarez. Lashana Griffith. Marlo Brown. Ray Wright. Winston Fowler. Who will be this year's Poet of the Year?
And the Poet of the Year award goes to Cindy Celeste.
honestly, I don't know. So, a lot of people don't know this, but March 2020, yes, it's the beginning of the COVID pandemic. But March 2020 was also when I lost my mom. And the weekend before I lost her, I came to the Gine On Awards because I needed to feel uplifted. I needed to be around people that I love, people that are putting out work, the people that kept me grounded while I was going through all this stuff. So I want to dedicate this award to my mom. Everybody that got there and voted for me because honestly I really did not push this year. I did not expect it, so thank you so much.
Congratulations once again to Cindy Celeste, who will also receive a gift certificate for the Make It Happen program from the Vision to Reality International, and that is valued at $1,497. And again, I really want to take this opportunity to acknowledge the Poet Laureate of Barbados, Miss Esther Phillips. I know she's leaving us, but I just really want you guys to acknowledge her being here with us this evening. Want to Miss Bashman? Oh, me? You know what? Me too. Like, you know what? You could be at any party. And interestingly enough, somebody said to me recently, bashment and you know bashment comes in many forms because people think it's only a certain thing, but it's not. You can have a real nice groovy bashment, you know what I'm saying? And it just makes your body do things that you didn't necessarily give it permission to do. Like, I did that moment. Where you get these pictures from? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the baddie herself, Faith Calendar, to present the Bachelor's Award of the Year.
This is the Gine On Awards. This is the Local Creatives Awards.
We don't say Krakow, we don't say. They can't get Krakow without bashment. Bashment is beating, is in culture. If you're in a fat and you think you like walking up, trust and believe when the bashment song come on, you're gonna shake a leg. So without further ado, my utmost pleasure to present the nominees for the Bashment Soca Artist or Song Artist of the Year.
Bashment Artist of the Year. Brutal Prankster. Fabulous. King Mongrel. Lead Pipe. Mold. Rose HD. Swaggy. Walks. Who will be Bashment Artist of the Year?
Alright, so the Bashment Artist of the Year goes to Mo.
winning this award. I'm going to come there to get this from you, okay? I don't know what to say. Oh my God, they've got me stupid. Let me see what you can hear this thing. But thanks so much, for the continuous support. And let me tell you the same. Crop overcoming. I can release a song every day. For the rest of the year. That boss not coming.
He's gonna release a song every day. Listen, Paul, I am not, listen, I am going to speak on your behalf, right? And tell these people, because you might think it's just these people in here, but there are thousands of people watching online. We are not going to hold you to that. Me and Emily are releasing a song, you guys sing every month or every week? Every day for the rest of the year. I tried. You want to release one right now? Want to start yet? Going on when you're ready for the announcement? I ask it again. Going on when you're ready for the announcement? If you guys think this way, we're going on.
I don't know about you, but all thing I know, Sheriff Barber. I don't know about you, but all thing I know, Sheriff Barber. And the Sheriff Barber, now we know you're saying the beat up. Now we know you're saying the door work. Now we keep the neck no keep. Now we know what you got no for. Now we know what bring back.
You're waiting for the other one. Ladies and gentlemen, next up is the Visual Artist of the Year. Now, when it comes to visual arts, it is something for everybody. And a picture truly is worth 1,000 words. And so to present this award, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a photographer and a videographer who has his own streak. Ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Streak.
Gine On Awards, Gine On Awards.
It's only I'm going to speak a bit, but I don't really speak much, so I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet. For the past 2 years, I would say Barbados has had to come down and take some time to be with one another and be with themselves and think outside the box with what we have and do what we can given the circumstances that we had going on for the past 2 years. And a field that has always impressed me is our visual artists and what they can do when they put pen to paper, pencil to board, a brush to canvas, honestly is amazing. And sometimes the stories that they can tell based on what they can do on these platforms is honestly amazing. And without further ado, Visual Artist of the Year.
Visual Artist of the Year. Alanis Ford. Ashanti Rock. Davison Critchlow. Delight. Bonnie, Pineapple Royale, Charles Art, Shane Issy, Bon Hall, Zola's World. Who would be Visual Artist of the Year?
Alright, the Visual Artist of the Year is Don Haynes.
As well. These are some artists that have been inspiring me all along. So I just want to say thanks to everybody. I'll continue to support Barbados.
Congratulations once again to Donna Hayes, who also won the Gine On People's Choice Award in 2021. And Donna, you will also be going home with a gift certificate for the Make It Happen program from Vision to Reality International, valued at $1,497. And it's more for Vision to Reality International. So, I mentioned earlier how Bajan spell gin. I know that personal trainers are about to get real busy. That's the sound that you made after you leave the gym. That's what happens. But you know, like personal trainers, I am convinced. So a lot of us felt this. Don't tell them lies, all right? How many of us, at some point over the last 2 years, looked in the mirror, especially when it was a full-on lockdown, and you don't have anything else to do but eat? And you look in the mirror, you're like, I look fire. You know what I'm saying? And you start to feel like, I don't really recognize myself. And my clothes are starting to social distance. What is that about? And so you have to make some decisions, you know, about what you want to do and how you want to feel. And the truth is, when you start to sweat out those endorphins, it really does make you feel better, doesn't it? There are only 4 people here. Well, I made a choice, right? I said, I know myself. I know if I have to leave it up to me to get out of bed and work out, it's not going to happen. Because probably got a song by everybody on it. And so I said, I'm going to get a personal trainer. I don't know what I was thinking when I decided to get the strongest man in Barbados to be my personal trainer. And I am convinced that he somehow got his training where, you know, like in the movies, the people who torture people, I think that's where he did. I think that personal trainers train wherever they teach you how to torture people. And you ever realize that like you be sweating and your personal trainer just chilling, you know, and looking at you and saying, do one more, do another one, no stop. Well, I have a personal trainer, right, whose favorite word is the F word. Can you believe that? You know, it's waking up in the morning with somebody who showed the F word at you. You know what that feels like? I be trying to do one more, and he'll be like, fight, I'll fight! You know, fight. Ladies and please welcome Barbados' strongest man. Give it up for Mikey Mercer, everybody. Want to see how good Mikey look? I started a new hashtag, Mikey for Bachelor in Paradise.
Good evening, everyone. As a personal trainer, for all the personal trainers out there, we know that it just is a little more than just telling people 1 more, 2 more, 5 more. We become friends, we become therapists, we become sounding boards for a lot of people. So understand that all you personal trainers out there, we appreciate you, right? And keep doing what you're doing, keep helping everyone become the best version of themselves. And the nominees are
Fitness Trainer of the Year, Bajan Fusion, Bike Her, Corey Springer from Apollo Fitness, Galan Fuller, George Griffith from Surfside, Jeffrey Gay Polo South, JG Fitness, Ramon Grant Polo South, Spinny, Thornwoods Cali Fit, Thornwoods, who will be Fitness Trainer of the Year.
And the award goes to Spinny. Spinny is not here to accept, so I will accept on his behalf.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, next one for Spinny, the Fitness Trainer of the Year. Spinny will also receive a free 45-minute massage from Ankh Harmony. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Ankh Harmony. At the beginning of the show, we mentioned in terms of Gine On's philosophy and what we're about in terms of making Barbadians as best as they can be, the best them. We've aligned with NTI, and now we're going to hear a message from the President of the National Transformation Initiative, Dr. Alison Leacock. Take a look.
Senator Lisa Cummings, Minister of Tourism and International Transport, Dr. Alison Leacock, Director of the National Transformation Initiative and Chair of the Barbados Broadcasting Authority, DJ and Empress and the Gine crew of creatives, nominees, families and supporters, Barbadians and well-wishers wherever you are around the globe. I start with excerpts from a poem written by Barbadian literary icon Frank Cullimore, whose name is memorialized in this venue. Like all who live on small islands, I must always be remembering the sea. And not only life and sustenance, visions too are born in the sea. Symbol of fruitfulness, symbol of barrenness, mother and destroyer, the calm and the storm. Life and desire and dreams and death are born of the sea. His words capture the smallness of Barbados as an island nation, not only reflecting upon its innate beauty and potential, but also the very things that being small exposes us to, including natural and man-made crises that can steal our opportunities in a moment.
Okay guys, my phone is about to die. I'm gonna try to get a charger, but it may cut out. I hope you enjoyed this live of Gine On Awards, and hopefully I'll be back soon.
With the United States as it marks Black History Month. He asked, what happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun, crust and sugar over like a syrupy sweet?
Thank you,
Or
Taylor.
does it explode? The National Transformation Initiative believes in a Barbadian dream, and that Barbadian creatives are the dream weavers. Across all endeavors, exploring with rich talent and harnessing the discipline, tools, and business acumen to succeed both within the boundaries of our shores and to the world's farthest corners, Barbadian creatives are what the NTI calls Starbadians. This evening's celebration of the Gine People's Choice Awards 2022 is uniquely timed. Tomorrow's ongoing salute will see the first in-person gathering of Barbadian creatives in a single space on this scale in 2 years. During that time, COVID-19 has stalked our nation, depriving us of our usual ways of living and some livelihoods. Yet the period also sparked our creative imagination and resulted in new expressions, modes of transaction, and the accommodation of practical models of business that we acknowledge and applaud tonight among our creatives. The pandemic triggered a tectonic shift in how we work, play, and do business. Digitization offered a lifeline and an opportunity to pivot towards a different future, perhaps most especially for some who started to see the dream not only deferred, but destroyed. We therefore salute D.J and Empress Zingha Simmons for envisioning Gine and their insistence that quality abounds in Barbados among Barbadians in all their unique versions of creativity. Their vision coincides with the NTI's, that excellence can be cultivated, rewarded, mirrored back to ourselves and displayed to the world, that our mirror image can be transformed to reflect our true brilliance and excellence. In supporting Gine, the superb cultural product developed in Barbados, we also place the NTI's skills training and education resources at the disposal of all Barbadian creatives, indeed, all Barbadians. In 2020, we started developing indigenous courses created by Barbadians for Barbadians. Chief among these is our flagship citizenship course, and over 14,000 of you have enjoyed